With me here in the studio is James King, who found Nadia, and in Winter Springs, Florida, Police Chief Kevin Brunelle. Gentlemen, good morning to both of you.
Good morning, Maggie.
Good morning.
Mr. King, remarkably, police had been searching for days using radar and dogs and divers to no avail. How is it that you came to find Nadia?
God sent me and pointed me directly to her, and after a couple hours of trekking through the swamp, I got to her.
Why did it occur to you to search there?
The day before, I had been a part of a group of local volunteers that had gone and searched some areas that she wasn't, obviously. And then at the end of the day, once we learned some more things from some of Nadia's family and realized that she was probably in the middle of the swamp, so the next morning, daybreak, I went in and went in at the only place that you could go in because there's a guardrail. So I parked my vehicle and went in and went right back into her.
Tell me about the moment that you spotted her and that she spotted you.
Beforehand, I would be yelling her name, and I didn't just come upon her. I would yell, and there'd usually be no response. And so at one point, I yelled, Nadia, and I heard, what? And so I thought, aha, that's the direction right there. And it was probably about 40 yards later, I zoomed in on her, and then when I saw her, she just looked, like, okay, finally somebody's showing up.
Did she look like a little girl who had been lost alone in a swamp for 4 days?
She had enough mosquito bites head to toe that she looked like she had been lost in the swamp for 4 days. Bottoms of her feet, a little bit rough from the water, but she was in remarkably good shape. She was totally, awake, alert. She, other than the mosquito bites and some minor scratches, she could have been out there 10 minutes, and it was amazing. She was in great shape.
Sounds like she has a remarkable spirit.
She does. She's an encouragement to a lot of people.
Let's bring in the chief, Chief Brunelle. She was in a swamp, alligator-infested swamp for 4 days. How is she doing now?
I visited her and her parents at the hospital yesterday, and she's doing really well. She was resting, and they had medicated her to help her rest a little bit, and they were providing her with some more fluids.
Your team had been searching for her for so many days. How remarkable is it that things turned out the way they did?
Well, we're in disbelief of the outcome of this event, even though we wanted to stay positive and really continue to go after looking for her. We were, all the rescuers, myself, and the other members of the other law enforcement agencies were determined to get into this particular area where Mr. King found her.
You've questioned everybody involved here. Is there any reason to believe, Chief, that this was anything other than a miraculous story of survival?
Absolutely not. James is an absolute hero. I can't wait to personally shake his hand and meet him when he gets back here. And it's just something we need to put behind us, and we're going to do that. And he did a good thing, and we're happy at the results.
Thank you, Chief, as are we. Thanks for your time. And in the meantime, James, let me shake your hand for the Chief and for everybody else. Thank you so much.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.